topic is the how, when, and why you should get pre-qualified. So let's answer the first question that everyone asks, and that's the when should I get pre-qualified? And that is immediately. Soon as you start thinking about purchasing a home in the future, you should get pre-qualified. The reason why is because you need to know all the financial numbers that are included with purchasing a home. If you don't know what the numbers are, how are you going to work towards your goal? Everybody has a budget. Everybody has goals, financial goals, monthly payment comfort zones that make them feel comfortable. They need to know how much down money they're going to need. They're going to also need to know what type of loans fit them. And it's also important because not all homes on the market are available to be sold through all types of loans, like your VA and your FHA. Those types of loans require inspections on a home, and there's certain requirements that those types of inspections would be looking for. So your foreclosures and some of your estate properties may not be available to purchase through an FHA or VA loan. So this is just a reason why you should get pre-qualified. So you're looking at the right homes that not only fit your financial needs, but also your monthly payment comfort zone. So now what about the how do you find somebody to do this for you? Well, referrals are the best way to go. Somebody that you can trust, or through someone else that you trust. Someone that has experience with someone in the mortgage industry. There's a lot of different ways that you can go get pre-qualified, but it's my advice that you do it over the phone. It takes approximately 30 minutes, and the information that they're going to be looking for is the names of the people that are going to be purchasing the home, your social security number so they can pull your credit, your income, and also your employment information. The last piece of information they're going to be looking for is your assets, and what that means is your savings account, 401k, those types of things. And that's really all the information that they're going to need for the pre-qualification process. This process that's done over the phone should not cost you any money. There should not be a quote-unquote application fee. You should not pay anything for the pre-qualification process. And if somebody wants to charge you for it, you should say, thank you very much, hang up the phone and go to the next person. Also, you want to make sure that you tell people that you're shopping and you're looking for the best rate and the best loan. But you don't want to go to any more than 2 or 3 people. The reason being is because every time you get your credit pulled, your score will go down. So you want to make sure that you don't go more than 3 people. Also, the answer to the pre-qualification should come back to you within 48 to 72 hours, all depending on your personal criteria and your situation. That's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to go over with you, other than the final thing of another piece of why should you get pre-qualified. In today's market, the sellers are requiring that you become pre-qualified. It doesn't just benefit them, but it also benefits you. I want to give you a scenario just for a moment. The scenario is you go out, you take a look at a home, it turns out to be your dream home. And you go back and you say, you know what, I want to make an offer on this property, but you haven't been pre-qualified. So you're not going to be able to make an offer on the property because the seller is going to require a pre-qualification to make sure you can actually get a loan on the house. Because when you make an offer on a property, you're actually asking the seller to take their house off the market. So obviously, it would make sense to get pre-qualified. The other piece of information, if you're not pre-qualified, you can find out at the end that your comfort zone was $2,500 a month, but this house is actually going to cost you $4,000 a month. So again, it's really important to become pre-qualified in the beginning. I hope this information has helped you, and I hope to see you again. Hello and welcome to this month's edition of Weird, Strange, Yet Funny News Stories from Around the World. A bus carrying 5 passengers was hit by a car in St. Louis. But by the time police arrived on the scene, 14 pedestrians had boarded the bus and had began to complain about whiplash and back pain. A convict broke out of jail in Washington, D.C. Then a few days later, he accompanied his girlfriend to her trial for robbery. At lunch, He went out for a sandwich. She needed to see him, so thus had him paged. Police officers recognized his name and arrested him when he returned to the courthouse in a car he had stolen over the lunch hour. When two service station attendants in Michigan refused to hand over the cash to an intoxicated robber, the man threatened to call the police. They still refused, so the robber called the police and was arrested. A Los Angeles man who later said he was tired of walking stole a steamroller and led police on a 5 mile per hour chase until an officer stepped aboard and brought the vehicle to a stop. This is a good one. Surprised while robbing a house in Belgium, a thief fled out the back door, climbed over a 9-foot wall, dropped down, and found himself in the city prison. The heading of this next one, this is a good pet story. Cops kick in door over bird's cries for help. New Jersey damsel in distress turns out to be a talkative cockatoo. Trenton, New Jersey cries for help inside a house in New Jersey turned out to be nothing but a talkative cockatoo. Neighbors called police Wednesday morning after hearing what they believe was a woman's persistent cry for help me, coming from a house. Officers arrived, and when no one answered the door, they kicked it in for the rescue. The Times News reported. But instead of a damsel in distress, officers found a caged bird with a convincing call. That's the end of this month's strange, weird, but yet funny news stories.